How's it going, guys? A Dragon Star Production here, back with another What If video. And in this edition of Dragon Ball What Ifs, we will be doing one focused around Vegeta's younger brother Tarble. That what if being, what if Tarble was sent to Namek? And I'll shut up now and we'll jump straight into the video intro. Our story begins with King Vegeta actually seeing Tarble for the very first time. However, King Vegeta was not very impressed by Tarble due to his very low power level, that of a low-class Saiyan, and that was not right to be the king's son. The king felt his son was going to be a disgrace, and if anybody heard of this power level, expecting it to be immense as Vegeta's was when he was born. So this is actually when King Vegeta decides the best option is to send his son off the planet, and to a planet that doesn't have very high power levels and that is a peaceful race if he so could do. Many planets are discussed, but eventually the king decides that the peaceful Namekians would be a great surrounding of people to have Tarble grow up with, possibly even making him a strong warrior if need be. This being said, Tarble would be sent off the next day to never see his father again. However, because Tarble was sent off, this does actually mean that his father did save him from the destruction of planet Vegeta. Anyway, let's now jump into Namek. A small pod landed outside a nearby village with Tarble crying inside, and due to the pod possibly being an intruder, the pod was surrounded by some of the Namekian warriors. However, when the pod opens, they see a helpless child, and the warriors then let their guard down as the village elder, Mori, comes over to take a look. Mori would then pick up the boy and take him back to his house. Mori would scoop out the baby until finally deciding to bring him to the Grand Elder Guru. This was because Mori wanted to know more about the child, and because Guru can read that type of stuff, he actually manages to find out that Tarble was a Saiyan, sent away by his father due to his low power level. However, Guru also points out that sending the boy back won't be an option, that his planet has been destroyed. Guru then gives Nail the responsibility to watch over the child and teach him right from wrong. Nail was very hesitant to babysit, but agrees to do so anyway just because Guru told him so. A few years would eventually pass, and Tarble's and Nail's bond was greater than ever. The two trained a good bit, so Tarble does get immensely stronger than what he probably would be, although Tarble has made it a point that he doesn't believe that being strong is enough. So Tarble also makes it a point to work with Mori. Mori doesn't teach him how to fight, but teaches Tarble how to concentrate on his body. Tarble is working on how to heal, and he's quite good at it as well. Mori states that Tarble is a prodigy and that he believes it's time to unlock his potential. Tarble has no clue what this means, but understands it will only help him. Tarble leaves Mori's to fly over to Guru's. When Tarble gets inside, he's then met by none other than the Elder Guru for the second time in his life, however, the first time that he actually remembers seeing them. Tarble begins to explain why he is there, but Guru simply just places his hand on Tarble's head, and Tarble feels a bolt of energy just radiate inside of him. Tarble felt his power rise. Tarble realized what unlocking his potential meant, and Tarble was now half of Nail's power level, just sitting at a whopping 21,000. Nail, waiting outside, was shocked to see how much hidden potential that Tarble actually had. When Nail tells Tarble that it's like Tarble's Saiyan instincts kicked in and asked to spar. Nail, without any hesitation, agrees. Tarble lunges himself at Nail full speed, and Nail slides out of the way, kicking Tarble across the back. Tarble bounces across the blue grass just to wipe his clothes and get back up. Tarble this time waits for Nail to charge, and when Nail does, Tarble focuses on Nail's hands, watching them the entire time. So when Nail goes in to swing, Tarble blocks the punch to follow up with a kick straight to the gut. Nail spits up, but smiles. The two continued to brawl for quite some time until Tarble was completely wore out, basically on the verge of passing out. He was struggling to catch his breath, but like Nail, he can only smile. Tarble then heals himself and Nail, which leads to a Zenkai boost for Tarble, and Nail does get slightly stronger himself as well. Now though, we're going to be taking a bit of a time skip all the way to Namek, because all Tarble is doing is learning more about the Namekians, getting stronger with Nail, so on and so forth. You guys get it. So anyway, before I jump in though, I do want to point out Nail and Tarble's power levels. Nail is at 150,000, while Tarble is at 75,000. That being said, Tarble would be the first to feel some strange energy approaching Namek. He would tell Nail, and the two would be ready when they arrive. However, the first set of people who arrive on Namek is Krillin, Bulma, and Gohan. The three explain themselves and how they are just searching for the Dragon Balls to revive their friends. Nail is hesitant, but Tarble feels as if he can trust these three, so tells them he'll help, which eventually leads to Nail helping as well. Tarble then informs everyone that he has a Dragon Ball in the village that he lived in, so took everyone there first. Tarble tells the Earthlings that they can set up camp there as well, but when they arrive, the village has been demolished. The buildings were destroyed. The Namekians were helpless, but before Tarble could ask done this, he finds out that it was his brother, Vegeta. "Long time no see, Tarble." Tarble stutters but speaks. You did this, Vegeta? You hurt all these innocent Namekians?" Vegeta smirked. However, rage blew over Tarble. Tarble rushes straight at his brother. Tarble was way too fast for Vegeta to react, so Vegeta eats the attack, nearly killing him within just one hit. Tarble doesn't keep attacking either. He then lays back, and then Tarble and Bulma would then begin to interrogate Vegeta and his reason for being here whenever he wakes up, while Nail aids Krillin and Gohan to find the rest of the Dragon Balls. Bulma, who stayed behind with Tarble, is telling Tarble everything she knows about Vegeta and the Saiyans. Bulma tells Tarble about Planet Vegeta being destroyed and how Vegeta tried to take over the Earth and take our Dragon Balls. Tarble is took back that his brother could be so dark and evil, but also hearing that other planets has Dragon Balls. He's quite intrigued. Tarble asked if Earth had Namekians as well, but Bulma replies that they did, just not anymore, and explains how Piccolo passes, and that leads to Kami. Tarble is also stunned by this, but doesn't know what to say to Bulma, as he has all the questions in the world for Vegeta, who finally wakes up, so can turn his attention towards him. As for Nail, Gohan, and Krillin, they were all coming up to the next Dragon Ball, but is caught by Kui, who was there to obviously fight Vegeta. This is the first sign of Frieza's arrival on the planet. However, Kui isn't an issue, as Nail easily makes work of Kui. Krillin and Gohan are overwhelmed by Nail's power. However, this is also catches the radar of somebody else, Frieza, due to Q's scouter. Frieza doesn't want to send in himself, but does send Dodoria and Zarbon to handle his business and find the Dragon Balls. Dodoria decides to go to where Kui died so that he can kill whoever killed him, as Zarbon doesn't mind because he prefers not get his hand dirty if he doesn't have to, so heads in the opposite direction. Dodoria arrives to the scene, but nobody is there, so keeps flying. Zarbon, though, manages to find Tarble, Bulma, and Vegeta. Zarbon then would waste no time and ask for the Dragon Ball, but all three would refuse. Zarbon then decides to take it by force, thinking that because Vegeta is down, that they cannot help themselves. But oh, was he wrong. Not even using his scouter, he was quite surprised of how strong Tarble was. Tarble blocked Zarbon's every move until eventually just knocking him out. Tarble then asked Vegeta to tell him everything that he knows immediately, but Vegeta refuses to talk until that he is healed. Tarble then, very hesitant, but proceeds to heal his brother just so that he could get information out of him. Vegeta, though, ignores the questions and focuses on his new power of 40,000. This is because Tarble is stronger than both Dodoria and Zarbon combined, so I feel the Zenkai boost would be larger than what he initially got in canon after fighting Dodoria and Zarbon. However, Vegeta snaps out of it and comes up with a plan. The plan was to help his brother Tarble with the Dragon Balls just so that he could steal them at the end to become immortal. So Vegeta spills all the beans, eventually leading to a temporary alliance between the brothers, as Bulma once stayed behind in Capsule House. Nail, Gohan, and Krillin already had one Dragon Ball and was working on finding the other when finally they meet up with Dodoria. Dodoria, like the dumb brute that he is, challenges Nail of all people. Nail says nothing and awaits for Dodoria to charge, and as soon as he does, Nail shoots off an energy wave that evaporates Dodoria within seconds. The three then would decide to fly back to go check on the others to drop off the Dragon Ball. Zarbon awakes from being knocked out, and he notices that nobody else is around besides Bulma. Zarbon then shoots the house and flies in, stripping Bulma of the Dragon Ball, and then flies straight to Frieza. Zarbon would then tell Frieza about the Saiyans and how Vegeta is working with them now. Frieza nods. I appreciate the effort, Zarbon, but an effort isn't good enough, as Frieza then would death beam Zarbon straight through the head. Perhaps it's time to call in the Ginyu Force. Alright guys, that being said, it will be wrapping up this What If. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you like this video, comment down below, make sure you let me know your favorite part, and if you guys can get this to 100 likes, I will bring part 2 very soon. Make sure you guys join the Discord to do a whole lot of fun stuff, even possibly doing rapid fire what ifs with your boy. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter to see updates on thumbnails and other such things, and subscribe to the channel, turning on that bell notification so that you can get any alerts whenever I upload. Alright guys, it has been Dragonstar Productions, and I'll see you guys in the next video.